Hey there, I'm logging in from a lake well, I'm not at the lake, but I'm at the Airbnb near the lake in California and near Yosemite. It's just beautiful here. We love coming to this lake. And one of the things I really love about it, we started coming to this lake during COVID. Um, and during COVID, I was living in a city at the time and like where there were a lot of restrictions. You had to mask everywhere. It was a lot, and it was a lot for me personally on my system, and it was a lot to just witness everything that was going on with the schools closed down. And we found a school for my daughter so she could go to live school, and they did outside school and all these things. But anyway, it was just a lot on the system. So because I was in the city, and in the city, the fear can be way more concentrated in my experience than somewhere else. But we found this place, and we'd come here during COVID, and because we were in the city, it seemed the lockdown restrictions were a little bit more intense, not a little bit, a lot more intense than other places. So we'd come out here and it'd be more freedom. And here's what I want to share is what I love about coming to a place where people are on vacation or going to plays or going to see art, or just basically going to be a part of things where people are happy and engaged, and they're not on their screens, and they're not checked out. Like there's sand castle building contest every day where the kids build these elaborate, excuse me, I just had bagel, these elaborate, sand castles. And it warms my heart more than anything. There's no access to Wi-Fi there, so no one can even have their screens if they want to have them. And people are engaging, people are laughing, people are connecting with their family, and most importantly, people are out in nature connecting to themselves and connecting to what it feels like to be a human being. And the thing is we get into our day to day, and I know I work by myself, right? I work with people, but I work alone. So what I need to do on a regular basis is get outside and get connected to nature, and go listen to the birds, and be in that place. And I was thinking yesterday about timelines, right? So here I am at this lake, and I love the sound of summer laughter, like summer play. I love that sound. Kids playing, you're kind of half asleep on the beach. I just love that. I love that. Sometimes, like we go back east and you hear like a lawnmower or someone's cutting their grass. I love the summer sounds. But I was thinking like, and then I saw something when we came back home, something on my screen, and it was something dark. I don't even know how it got on there because I don't do that kind of stuff on my phone. And I'm like, damn, this reality just interrupted that reality. And how people have so many different realities. People were in different realities going. Like right now, I'm here at a lake, and you're in a completely different reality doing whatever it is you're doing in your life right now. And then thinking about the different people in different countries over in Africa or New Zealand, people in different parts of the United States, and someone who has a reality of like living with an abusive partner, and that's their reality every day. Or someone else is living in a reality with a loving, doting partner, and someone else is living in a reality where they don't know where their food is going to come from. And then the other one person is living in a reality where they're throwing food out because they have so much of it. So it got me thinking about all of these realities. And it's like, you always hear you can create your reality. And I do believe that. I 100% believe that, but I also believe that it takes work. If you were set up in one reality, it's like getting really clear, right? They always say like, oh, abusers abuse, poverty is genetic. It's not genetic, but it goes in the line, and it's hard to break out of all these things where you're born into. What do you want to create? How do you want to break out of that reality? And here is the bigger question. How much work do you want to put into it to create the reality that you want to be in? Because here's the thing, being a human, I've really been thinking of this so much. It's like, if I wanted to go and do be a part of some cultist organization and wanted to do it tomorrow, and they were doing terrible things in the world, I could do that tomorrow. or soon-ish, right? And I could completely change my game and completely change the kind of things and people and energies that I'm engaging with in this world. Or I can continue doing what I'm doing and can continue choosing to be around people that are in the light, that are loving, that are creative, that are thinking for themselves. And I'm going to, that's the reality I'm going to create, and I'm going to create that reality. And then there's some things, other things I want to create that I haven't quite created yet. It's like, how do I get there? How do I create that reality? I get there by my thinking, how I feel, and by action and visualization, and all of these things where you have to come together to create that. So if you're in a reality or parts of your reality that you don't love, that you want to change, that you want to shift, it is doable. This is the beautiful thing about living here on Earth is, the Pleiadians always say, the Pleiadians are the multidimensional beings from the Pleiades. They say, you are what you think. You have the ability to create your reality. Every thought we think, and this trips me out. I'm not gonna lie. Every thought we think is a demand or a command to ourselves. If we keep thinking I'm never going to heal, or we keep thinking I'm never going to be rich, or we keep thinking I'm always going to have anxiety, you are giving a command to yourselves. You are giving a command to the world. But if you wake up every day, even if you don't believe it yet, going, I'm going to create wealth, if that's what you want, right? I'm going to find the partner I love. I'm loved. I'm cared for. I'm wealthy. I'm creative. I'm in a community of people. If you want to create a community and live with all your friends and like 5 acres of land, create that. Like, we can create whatever we want. And that is the beauty of these different like availabilities and timelines. And you hear about the earth ascending. I don't know so much about that, but I do know that things are changing. I do know that there is more opportunity energetically than ever before for us to create what we want. Now, on the flip side, there's more opportunity for the dark to create as well. Everything is amped. So as everything is amped up, what is it that you want to create? So being here at this beach on this lake, I'm like, I love this reality. This is the reality that feeds me. And the reality of knowing, like, because and this is the last thing I'll say, is like with the COVID thing, when I would come here, we'd leave the reality of the city, which was very challenging for me, to this reality, and I could breathe. And it taught me, like, that's why we moved. I had to change the reality. We had to change the reality. We get to a different reality, a different state, and everything's different. I can breathe. I can create. I feel more expanded. So think about what it is that you want to create and know that you can create it. And if you have a thought that comes in your mind, like, I can't do that, or I'm stuck, remember that is a thought that you're commanding yourselves. You are making that command. That is something that you're saying, and I'm assuming you don't want to create things like that. So watch your thoughts, and I'll be watching my thoughts alongside with you, and let's create on this like floating globe of darkness and light. Where do we want to focus our intention? Where do you want to focus your attention? All right. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on the next video.